This is my What I Eat in a Day Slim and World edition. So I went to get weighed this morning. I didn't really have much time, so just have a chopped up apple and some juice. I always get text messages from Vodafone about having a free coffee on Friday, so I had a black coffee with some milk. I put some of this salted caramel skinny syrup in it, however I didn't really like it, it made it way too sweet. For my dinner, I had a chopped salad with 2 slices of corned beef. It's not the best to have on Slim and World because it's a sin each. However, it was nice to have something a little bit different. But also, I'm from Yorkshire and definitely don't want anything getting wasted in the fridge. And I also had half a tin of the vinaigrette dressing on there. This was my husband stealing. Every time I make a salad, he's always picking bits out of it. We then headed to IKEA to have a little look at some furniture, and then I got back and went on a dog walk, so I really got lots of steps in today, which was really good. This evening I had the Sloppy Joes again with the packet mix, the Frenchies and Red Hot collab packet mix. It was really nice. Again, had it with my healthy extra B in the wholemeal pita, did it with some chips. There was actually quite a lot of that chip spice left, so we've actually got some more for another time. I did actually do it with some courgette on the side, however, I didn't cook it enough. I got the good idea to sort of mostly cook it and then toss it in a little bit of the sauce. However, they just weren't cooked enough, so I didn't actually eat all of them that evening. I had this mini Bounty bar. I don't see them on the app. It's an 18-gram bar, so I'm just going to count that as 5 sins. And this is my step count for today, so 16,992. I'm really pleased with that. I don't like the new layout of the Fitbit. It somehow has changed overnight, so I'm pretty unimpressed with that. So I'm ending the day on 10 sins, which is pretty good, and I'll see you tomorrow. This morning I had some chopped up apple and what was supposed to be scrambled eggs, however it turned into an omelette because I wasn't paying attention. Then went to the gym, did a good workout on the treadmill, did a few weights and planks and that sort of stuff, and then this is my face when I got stuck in my sports bra and was worried I would never get out. On the way home from the gym I stopped at Tesco's to get a few bits and ended up eating half of this packet of ham hock on the way home, which was sin free. We then took my little boy and his friend to Inflator Nation, and I wanted to eat my salad, but I was running out of time. It was about 2:30, 3 o'clock by this time, so I ended up eating it in the car on the way to there. For tea, we had chicken fajitas. I used a wholemeal pita wrap, which was my healthy extra B. I had about a sin worth of spice mix, a sin worth of the Mexican spice rice from Aldi, which is about half a packet, and about 2 sins worth of sour cream. This was the thumbs up of approval from my little boy. We then sat down to watch a movie and I was really trying to decide what I wanted. I did actually really want the dairy milk, but I thought, no, I'm going to be good. And I ended up having one of these ice pops. They're actually 2 for half a sin, but I just had the one. And I finished my day with a Skinny Dream Rocky Road bar. So pretty good day overall, and I'll see you tomorrow. This is my What I Eat in a Day Slim and World edition. I started off with a healthy extra beef, some bacon, a couple of poached eggs in there. That was amazing breakfast. Didn't need any dressing. I don't really like tomato ketchup or anything like that. Beautiful. Had a bag of Wotsits, which was just 3.5 sins, and a chopped up apple. I'd had my breakfast quite late, so I didn't really need anything for dinner. Then for tea last night, I had the beef bourguignon, which has been in the freezer, some courgette with some Worcestershire sauce on, and some couscous. I rounded off the day with one of the Skinny Crunch bars for 3 sins, and I had a little Baby Bell before I went to bed, and then I remembered as I was eating it, you're not supposed to eat cheese before bed, something about nightmares. However, I was nightmare free, yay! So I ended the day on 7 sins, and I'll see you tomorrow. Started off with a chopped up apple for breakfast. I had run out of veggies, so I just had some carrot with parmesan and a little bit of Caesar dressing and some chicken and then a couple of eggs. Thinking about this later, I shouldn't have had chicken Caesar salad for dinner, however. I went out for dinner with some friends and I did have 1 slice of bread with some butter on it. I actually really enjoyed it. I've just decided not to feel bad about what I ate last night. There was lots of like really creamy pastas on the menu and lots of pizzas, which I just didn't want to have. I ended up having 2 starters instead of a main course. So I had scallops on pork belly with some like apple, that's what you see on top. And I can't remember what the mousse was, but it was really quite nice. I then had a chicken Caesar salad. It did have bacon in it and the bacon was a little bit fatty, but do you know what? I enjoyed all of it. I actually didn't like the Caesar dressing that came with it, so I actually only had a little bit of that. But I really thoroughly enjoyed myself. It was great to catch up with friends. And I think I made the best choices that I could on the evening, probably excluding the pork belly. I won't even have a clue how to start sinning that up, so I'm just going to call it quits and I'll see you tomorrow. Started off with some chopped apple as I was driving to work. For my dinner, I'd had one of the Make Ahead noodle jars. I'd put in some carrot, sweet corn, spinach, gochujang, ginger, miso paste, which actually really added quite a lot of flavour to it, which was really good, and that is sin-free, and some soy sauce when it was ready to eat, and that was really good. Everyone in the office was all asking me what I had and what I'd been making. I took quite a few snacky bits to work because I knew I was going to be there quite a long time and in lots of meetings. So I had some seafood sticks, which I didn't eat, a boiled egg, which I had on top of the noodles. I had some carrots all chopped up. I had a mini Baby Bell light, and I had some soy sauce. I realised afterwards that I actually had a sachet, which I should have taken because I actually put it in a little pot. Me and my hubby got to go to the gym together, which was pretty cool because my mum had my little boy, and I did 20 minutes on the treadmill with interval sprints. My mum had also, over the weekend, got one of the Slimming World books, and she made us this paprika pork, which was really good, especially for a Tuesday, which is quite a rush in our house, so that was good to have on hand. I did that with a little bit of rice, although it did have potatoes in it, so it was more like a stew, so actually I should have just done it with some veg on the side. Then I had 2 of the Skinny Crunch bars as my healthy extra B. So I'm ending the day on just half a sin, which I'm pretty pleased about, and I'll see you tomorrow. I started off with some apple, raspberries, strawberries and some plain fat-free yoghurt. This isn't actually the picture, I forgot to take it because it was my busy day in hospital today. I then had my dinner, sat in the car at about 3:30 in the afternoon. I had carrot, celery, cucumber, some of the chicken that I had from yesterday, the Korean chicken, which was half a sin, and some Parmesan cheese. It was really nice. I had one of these little Baby Bell lights, and then I had breakfast for dinner for my tea. I had one of the wholemeal Warburton Pitters as my healthy extra B. I had these sausages, which were the skinny pork sausages from Aldi, which were just half a sin each, and some poached egg and some beans, and this were really nice. There's not any speed food with it, but it's just what I really was wanting that day. I actually didn't manage to finish it all because it was really filling, and I was so full I didn't have any treats or anything like that before I went to bed. So I'm ending the day on 3 sins, which I'm really pleased about. There'll be no way in world edition. I started off with some yoghurt, apple, raspberry and strawberry. For dinner, I had 1.5 of the sausages from last night, so 1 sin with some cucumber, carrot, celery, Caesar dressing for 1 sin and some Parmesan cheese. For tea, I was just cooking for myself, so I decided to make this hoisin style chicken spring roll. I had some wraps in the freezer, which were 3 sins each, and the hoisin sauce, which was 2.5 sins for a tablespoon. Mixed that together, popped it in the wrap and put it in the air fryer. It was actually really nice, although it don't look like much on the plate. And I had that with a salad on the side. Again, I used some Parmesan for my healthy extra A and some Caesar dressing for a sin. And I finished off my day with the Skinny Crunch and Skinny Dream Bar as my healthy extra B. So I'd also gone to the hospital this day. I was a bit gutted because they didn't weigh me, and I had wanted them to show like I was taking it seriously and wanted to lose some weight. They did give me a first round of injections though, so I'm officially about to start the menopause. Yay! If anybody has any like tips or advice, I want to get ahead of it and get myself prepared for when and some symptoms may or may not appear. So if anyone's got any like helpful advice, definitely pop some in the comments for me. She did also go over all the symptoms again about bloating and weight gain, and said something along the lines of, well, you might be one of the lucky 20% that don't. And I thought, well, that's not usually my luck. However, I'm determined. I sort of came away feeling a bit flat, but actually I'm determined to get ahead of it and lose some more weight, hopefully before the main bit of symptoms kick in, and then, your body's going to do what it does, but hopefully I'm like counteracting it with getting on Slimming World and, having a healthy diet.